Hi guys, this is day 6 of weight loss skills training, and today we are going to continue talking about cravings or urges that we have when we make out our food protocol. So what's interesting about cravings is that they sort of hit you out of the blue and they feel really urgent. And it can either be because of some stimulus in front of you, like let's say maybe a commercial comes on TV or you see an ad on Facebook, or maybe you walk in the house and someone is baking bread and it just smells amazing. And all of a sudden your brain will tell you, you must have this. So what's interesting about this is that this is all coming from a thought. It's created in our brains because our brain thinks that it needs to either create pleasure for us, help us avoid pain, or survive. Those three things are what cause us to overeat or eat off plan. So in order to deal with that, what I want to do today is answer a few questions. And if you'll look on the worksheets that you downloaded, you'll see that there's something called an urge worksheet on day 6. And I don't have any text written for today. It's all going to be in this video. And I just want you to go through and answer all these questions. And I'm going to do it as an example for you. Although what's interesting, and I didn't write this down, but maybe I'll add it later, is that when you go through 100 craving experiences without answering them, you'll notice that you have a whole lot fewer cravings or urges to eat off protocol. So now when I answer these questions for you, it's almost difficult for me to remember exactly the feelings and the thoughts that I have when I have cravings, because I have them so infrequently now because I've been doing this work so long. So I just want you to know that the longer you do this work, the better you get at it, and the fewer cravings you have, and the easier it actually becomes to not overeat or eat off protocol. So I just want to give you that sort of light at the end of the tunnel. This totally gets easier as you go, I promise. And I am the poster child for that because I was the biggest sugar addict you will ever meet in your entire life. Okay. So our first question here is, what exactly does an urge feel like when it first appears? Okay, so for me, if I could remember, there would always be like a chocolate or brownie craving in the evening after dinner, even though I was completely full. So I would say it did start in my brain, and it was usually just one word, like chocolate or brownie or something. And in my body, what it would feel like is maybe I would salivate or my stomach would growl. And it was just sort of this drive to go eat brownies or make brownies or find chocolate, I guess. It's, again, really hard to almost remember because it hasn't happened in so long now. What does it feel like when you resist this craving? That's the next question. Okay, so what it feels like is tense, like tension, and like you're gritting your teeth, like, no, I'm not going to eat the brownie. And then inevitably what would happen is either that day or later that day or the next day, my brain would find an excuse. Well, it's not like it really matters, or some excuse. And then I would eat like all the brownies. Great. And then I didn't feel well, and I was mad at myself, and you know the cycle. So I answered the third question. What does it feel like when you react and obey it? Yeah. I eat way more than I ever would have. I just had the stupid brownie to begin with. And then I'm mad at myself. And then I also feel probably sick to my stomach and the sugar high, and it just feels jittery and icky. Okay, so here's a new skill that we are working on here is, what does it feel like when you don't react or resist, but when you just allow that craving to exist? Okay. So this is actually what I do now. I recognize, oh, I'm having a chocolate craving. And I almost talk myself through it. Like if you have a toddler that says, Mommy, I want chocolate, you would say, I know you want chocolate. This is super normal that you want chocolate. And I'm talking to my brain, by the way. You want to create pleasure, avoid pain, and survive. That's your job. Of course you want chocolate. And I just talk to my brain in a really understanding fashion. Yep, of course you want chocolate. I understand. And you can have it tomorrow, because I always allow, and we're going to get to exceptions later in this course, but I always allow for that. So I will write into my protocol for tomorrow, chocolate or brownie, but it has to be 24 hours so that my logical brain is making that decision, not my toddler brain. So I say to my brain, okay, I understand. Of course you want chocolate. And I'll put it on the protocol for tomorrow. And brain goes, okay. and that's it. You know, it's kind of like an allowing, it's a softening. It's not that bad. Like I am willing to feel uncomfortable. I'm willing to feel disappointment and cravings to allow myself to reach my goal, which is to always live intentionally. Okay. So, next question is, if a craving or urge is caused by a thought error, what's your most common thought error that causes overeating? I would say for me, the most common thought error is, well, it doesn't really matter anyway, or you can always, do a fast tomorrow and make up for it, or something along that lines of it doesn't matter. But here's the thing, it does matter. So that's a thought error. It does matter to me to follow what I have made for myself, what commitments I have made to myself. I want to honor my commitments, whether it's a commitment to eat on protocol or a commitment to meet a friend for coffee or do my workout. I want to honor myself. If I wanted to do something, I want to honor that because my relationship with myself is the most important relationship I have. And I want the same for all of us. Next question, what would the process of allowing an urge be like for you? How would your thoughts change? How would your feelings change? How would your actions change? How would your results change? So when I allow a craving, my thoughts go from it doesn't matter anyway to it does matter. I matter. My commitment to myself matters. And my feelings go from sort of a flippant disregard to a honoring of myself. Committed, I guess, is a good word. And the action obviously changes from eating the chocolate to choosing to wait to eat the chocolate until tomorrow. If at that point I may not decide to eat it, and that's totally fine too. And then the result is my result if I ate the chocolate off protocol in relation to a craving would be that I'm no longer honoring my commitment to myself, versus if I chose to allow the craving and plan to eat the chocolate tomorrow, I would create trust in myself and honoring my commitments to myself. And that's huge. What skills would you need to develop to feel instead of eat? I think the skill is being able to honor my commitments, being resilient enough in being willing to tolerate discomfort in the moment. There it is. I'm willing to tolerate discomfort in the moment to honor my commitments to myself. And that's just a choice. And it takes practice. And I'm totally okay with making mistakes and failing and trying again because I am committed to that. And then how would this skill serve me in other areas of my life? Okay, all the time. I didn't feel like recording this video today because I had other stressful things happening in life that I wanted to deal with instead, but I made this commitment to myself and to you. I don't really feel like working out today because it's not really very nice out and I have a group workout outside planned, but I'm going to go because I made that commitment to myself and to them. And I also made a commitment to fast until noon today, and I'm hungry, but I made a commitment and it's okay to be a little bit hungry and to hold that commitment to myself. So it's all areas of my life. It's okay to be uncomfortable in the moment and to maybe even feel bad in the moment to honor commitments to myself because that is the one thing that I can control in life. So I would like for you to answer those questions for yourself today, and we are going to continue this work. So today was cravings. Tomorrow we're actually going to start talking about emotion, which is a little bit different because one of the other main reasons that we overeat is if we feel uncomfortable. So that could be things like stress or anger or fear. So I want to talk about fear eating or anger eating or stress eating. All right, everybody have a wonderful day. Let me know if you need any help answering these questions. I'm always here for you. You can email me and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day. Take care.